Rachel Michelin, president of the California Retail Association, with me now live with a look at how these negotiations are affecting her members. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Black Friday is 5 months away. The back to school rush would hit, 2 months before that? Right now, none of that is really on the minds of families that will eventually be flooding stores, but for store owners, plotting out what they may need to order, to have on hand for those shoppers. This is the planning time, right? It's crucial.
Absolutely. This is when everyone's making their plans. They're doing their ordering. They're getting their product into the stores. And unfortunately, we're seeing that stoppages happening again throughout the state of California because of the labor dispute. You know, we felt it before when we had, cargo ships sitting outside of the ports waiting to get in. And now we're certainly seeing it again because we can't get the two groups to come to a deal on their negotiations.
The Pacific Maritime Association actually accused union dock workers, the longshoremen, of intentionally slowing down the ports of LA and Long Beach over the weekend. As talks continue about a new wage and benefit deal, Seattle has kind of seen the worst impact on the West Coast, I'm being told, but the system is all connected, right? How are your members telling you that they may be feeling this already?
So they are feeling it. And what we're starting to see, and we've been talking about this for a while now, is that, California boasts for years that 40% of all the goods came through the ports of Long Beach and LA. But now we're seeing a lot of retailers circumvent California, the West Coast entirely. They're moving into Savannah. They're moving into New York. The regulations are a little bit easier there as well. It's cheaper to do things. They're trucking in the product. They're doing everything they can. Our job is to put goods on the shelf. Our job is to deliver products to consumers. And when we constantly see these roadblocks being put in front of us, people start to question, where can we get those goods into the United States quicker and faster without having these constant roadblocks and obstacles when it comes to whether it's not having enough workers in the ports that we saw during COVID and now dealing with labor negotiations.
And it's going to have, I would guess, sort of a ripple effect, because if there's less work to do because people have gone elsewhere, then there are fewer jobs, and then the
Correct.
Dominoes keep falling. Now, is your association able to get involved at all when it comes to these negotiations, sending a letter to either side or maybe even to the Biden administration? The president's already sent Julie Su in about this situation at the ports.
So we have worked with particularly the National Retail Federation, our partner in Washington, D.C. We've signed a letter with multiple, because remember, this isn't just a California issue. This affects the West Coast. So even my colleagues that run retail associations in other states have signed on because it impacts their stores as well and their members as well. So we've definitely done everything we can at the federal level to encourage the Biden administration. We've written letters to our members of Congress, to the United States senators, asking them to do something, and we have, reached out to the administration, the governor's office, and said, while we realize this is a federal issue, it still impacts our state. And I think you hit the nail on the head. If we lose market share when it comes to the ports, those are good paying jobs that go with it. So this could have not just an impact on retailers, but certainly on people in those communities that depend on the ports and everything that goes with our goods movement to earn a wage in California.
Yeah. The work stoppages at the ports in Long Beach and LA have been minimal so far. That's how they're being described. Experts say a serious stoppage could cost the U.S. economy $500 million a day. 330,000 union workers at the United Parcel Service are considering a strike that could start in 8 weeks. Now, UPS says it moves 17 million domestic packages a day. If that movement gets clogged, can stores here survive?
It's going to be challenging. Remember, I think you and I talked a while ago when we were dealing with the rail strike. Remember that? And we were worried about the rail strike. Now we've got UPS talking about it. I'm hopeful that UPS, we won't get to that point. But if we do, that's going to have detrimental effect. They move so much product through not only California, but the Western region, through the ports of LA and Long Beach. It's going to be one thing after another. And, and let's just remember, too, that yes, we represent, and I represent a lot of the national brands who are impacted. But people who own small businesses are more impacted by this because they don't order at the volume. They can't just move their product and ship it in from another port. So this impact, and again, I go back to We're still seeing small businesses who are recovering from COVID, who are trying to really stay open. And this is another blow. And it shouldn't be happening. We need leadership to step in and really make sure that our goods movement can run successfully in the state of California.
And hopefully all those shoppers will start paying attention before the shelves are empty, because now is when something maybe could make a difference. Right. Thank you so much for coming in to share how your members are dealing with all of this. We appreciate you.
Thank you.